I'm live real quick. Uh, really, because I'm just up and I am just up. And I wanted to go live. I might do another live and play a game. I really do need to stream a game on this channel. It's been like way too long. Hello, one person. I really do want to do another panel. It's been a while since I've done one, but I wanted it to be more structured. Like I wanted to have a topic, and I asked the panel, whoever's on, some questions. That's really it. We have not done this in a while. I think the last good topic, which was over a year ago, that I've had, um, 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 it was about Kappa. Um, that was like one of the last really, really good panels that I've had. So I want to do something similar like that again. But water sniper, have you ever experienced a curious situation in your life? Um, Karen. I think I probably have, but I probably can't recall. Like, like a white woman just being difficult for no reason. Yeah. What I mean, one. What you mean, one person? Well, sir, up in the icon. I don't know if you use StreamYards before, but up in the icon, I mean, on the top right, I mean, Lord have mercy, the top left corner is an eye icon, and if you click on it, it'll say viewers. So that's basically the viewer count. And now it's two people. But before, when it was one person, I didn't see nobody in the chat room. So if you typed on YouTube, which is where I'm streaming to, StreamYards don't pick it up right away. It's a little bit of a delay, and a it's not a user error. That's just how StreamYards is. So say you typed, say, 30 seconds ago, right? StreamYards won't pick that up till about 30 seconds later. Say you typed something at like 1:39 a.m. It won't show until some seconds later. It may be around 1:40 a.m. when I see it. Who knows? But that's just how it goes. Um, but hello, Water Sniper. How are you? And to the other person lurking. Oh, no biggie. I take it you haven't used StreamYards before, which I don't know why you don't go live. Um, it is what it is, though. Anyways, so that's what I want to do. I want to have more topics, and I am going to stream other games. Um, on this channel. Like I said, this is also going to be like a maybe a vlog channel. I definitely want to get more personal over on this channel. Not too personal, but just show myself more. What up, Faust? How are you? Hope all is well. And I don't know if you've seen it, but I thanked you for wishing me a happy B-Day the other day. I appreciate that. I feel old. I mean, I don't feel any different, but like time really does fly. And yeah, especially your 20s. Like, as soon as you turn 20, it seems like that shit just flies. No bullshit. But anyways, so that's what I really want to do. I really want to get back into having more open panel discussions, and it could be about anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be um, about nerd things. There are other, like real topics that I would like to cover, controversial or not. Um, it is what it is. Whatever interests me is what I like to put on my platforms. So that's just it. Um, I know I have to stream other games, and I know that it's just other things. Hopefully I'll be able to do. There's other things that I'm into. I'm gonna start my own online business. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. And it's just other things in my life personally in general is what I am looking forward to doing. But I haven't forgotten about this channel, really. I think out of all my other channels, I think this may be the one channel that I actually keep on YouTube because of it's less drama and bullshit over here. It's quiet and it's a young channel. Well, not as far as like how old it is, but it still has potential to grow, honestly. Okay. I really truly haven't just like I do want to sell, like hair and shit like that, but I haven't really I don't know what I wanted to do other things like makeup and stuff. So we'll see. Wanted it to be something that people actually would want to buy, you know, something that everyone buys. Everyone buys hair, male, female, whatever. Everyone buys it. So that's really it. And it's real easy to start your online store. It really is. Um, it's more easy to start a business more so today than it ever was. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I want to get into investing more. I still don't know all there is to know about that. So yeah. It's been a minute. Like I said, I gotta think of some topics or whatever, and I do really want to have panels over here again. It's literally been months, and I want my platforms to be available and open to pretty much anyone, that's respectful, and that's pretty much it as far as that goes. I know the new Space Jam came out yesterday with LeBron James. I have not watched it yet. Yeah, investing is a lot you have to know. I started investing in crypto this year, but I think there's something that I'm doing wrong. I use Coinbase and Robinhood. I have Cash App, but I don't do a lot of investing or anything on there. Okay, are they back? So PS5 are still regularly? No, not that I know of. I heard it was garbage. What was garbage? crypto. Crypto, you have to know when to buy, when to sell, basically. What you could make a good profit off of. But yeah, no, I don't know if I really don't know Water Sniper. I really wish I could tell you. I'm actually looking for one right now. I'm really not in a rush to buy it because there really isn't no new games that I know it's not any new games that really interest me like that. I'm waiting for the new God of War to come out, but I don't think Sony has really said anything about it, and I probably did miss their E3, quote unquote E3. Um, but as far as I know, there's no release date, and probably looking at a next year release. So unless there's some games that capture my attention, I probably won't even get it. I do want it though. Right. Space yeah, I heard it was garbage. It looked like it was good. I mean, I don't understand why they would make another one. The first one was all right. That's all we needed. It was good. It wasn't, corny. I enjoyed it, and I still to this day enjoy it. It's a second one is kind of cringy. Um, just like I couldn't get into the new Mortal Kombat. I really didn't like it. The fighting wasn't all that great. Um, the last thing I remember watching was when they were fighting Reptile. When they had a Kano tied up in some room with weapons and shit. I believe when Sonya and Jax finally got up with each other or whatever. I don't know. It was just whack, and I feel like in today's CGI, good old technology with the CGI visuals and shit like that, I felt like it could be a lot better than what it was in 1992, 3 or 4, whenever that first Mortal Kombat movie dropped. Um, yeah, it seems like this pandemic has slowed down the momentum of the PS5. It has, and it could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot better. The anticipation for it was a little hype around it, but the momentum, the pandemic really messed up the momentum. I always felt PlayStation 5 was way better. Oh, not PlayStation 5, PlayStation consoles in general was better than Xbox. I always felt it was more versatile with options. The graphics was always better in my opinion, and they have a better exclusive collection than Xbox does. That's so nice. It could have. Like, I still don't know what all the new features the PS5 has. Like, I don't know what separates it from the PS4 other than the design and the updated graphics, supposedly. And the updated home um the home page where the on the account where you have your games and shit like that. But other than that, I don't understand what's one of or even all of the major differences between the two councils. I really don't understand that. I'm lost, to be honest with y'all. I don't understand. I heard some people say the PS5 is just the uh, uh, what did they say it was? Like another version of PS4. And that's a waste of money. I was gonna get the digital version because I don't buy disc and shit like that no more. I used to when I first got my PS4. Back in the day. I don't do that anymore now. I think you can watch the games your friends are playing while you play different games, and then just have the feedback controller. I thought you could do that already on the PS4. I don't know, man. I don't know. The PS5 don't seem like it has exciting features. Like I didn't see a selling point of why I should get it, especially during launch. But I do really want it whenever that new God of War game drop, and that's a fact. That's why I want to get it, really. Because I still haven't come across any games that I really need to play right now on the PS5. I really don't. I know they're probably gonna stop making PS4s um within the next couple of years, probably. Well, then again, maybe not because the pandemic. I don't think it's enough PS5s to go around. So I don't. The production of them is really slow. It definitely don't got a selling feature. That's what I'm saying. I don't know like what sells it differently from the PS4. Like what does the PS5 do that the PS4 or PS4 Pro can't do right now? Yeah, when I first saw that, what was it? What August, September of last year? I didn't like it, and not because it's like a different color than the usual black. The color don't bother me necessarily because you can get covers. I got a PS4 cover. Well, it's old as fuck. Uh, it's old as fucking dusty. I think I got that back like after a year of me even having the PS4. But uh, um, what was I about to say? Yeah, the color don't necessarily bother me. It's the design of it, not the color, but like the shape. Like it looked like a sandwich of some sort. What up, a third person that joined? It looked like a sandwich, like a Oreo cookie, some shit. Like I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to sound like a fat ass, but black and white do remind me of like Oreo cookie or Oreo ice cream or some shit. I like the design of the controller. I like, but it's the console itself that's like, I ain't really feeling it too much. You know what? I like the controller design. The console that looked crazy. I think they brought up PS5 too quickly. True. I mean, it has been. Last year did make it 7 years since the PS4 dropped, and it do seem quick because because time flies. Like I remember the PS4 launch. It don't seem like that long ago, but it really has been. Um, I got my PS4 6 months after uh, launch. Um, I was happy as fuck. But yeah, like I mean, yeah, Eh, yeah, I mean, it just seems like it hasn't been long because of the because how quick time flies. But 7 years is usually when they come out with a new council, and it has been last year made it 7 years. Now I don't remember how long it took. I think it was about 7 or 8 years, right, between the PS3 and the PS4 launch. I think it was about that same time, and so it makes sense. The PS4 has a very large catalog of games and exclusives that built up over the years. Um, mm, yeah, you laugh, Waters, but when I first saw that, I'm like, that's what it looked like, a Oreo cookie or some shit. Like black and white reminds me of Oreos. I'm not trying to be fat. What up, fourth person that joined us? It's way too big. I haven't seen it like in real life to know if it's too big. I know it's kind of bulky if you get the disc version though. It'll have the space on the PS5. It should be at least a 1 terabyte. Yeah, they should at least have it at 1 terabyte. The PS4 is like 500 gigs. So yeah, the PS5 should definitely be at 1 terabyte. And I don't like that because they try to do that shit with the PS4. You gotta, in order to get extra storage, you gotta take the shit apart. I ain't doing all that shit. Fuck that. My PS4 is the throwback one. I didn't get no bundle. I didn't get the Pro. I got the original version of the PS4. That shit is 500 gigs. I can't really download a lot of games unless I get rid of an application, another game. I mean, I could get Seagate storage, which is like 1, 2 terabytes, and it's really affordable to get. But I think I'll save that for like the PS5. I think this should wait for 10 years at least, so we can get bored of it. Is Microsoft still making it? Yeah, they launched a new Xbox last year around the same time the PS5 dropped. I don't know, like if it was a week before or after, but yeah, around the same time. I forgot what the fuck it's called. I ain't getting no Pro. I ain't seen no point. Mm, 10 years. I mean, that's long enough because it's going on 8 years now. This November make 8. And yeah, 2 more years. I think people would definitely be tired of the PS4. These people who've had it for a very long time. Uh, yep, 2013, 2023. Yep, that'll be 10 years. But mine won't be 10 years till like the year after that. I was so hyped. I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even wait or get a bundle. I just hurried up and got that shit was $450 back then. It probably roughly is still the same now. Xbox SX, that's their names don't make sense. They went from Xbox to Xbox 360 to Xbox One to this. That shit retarded, but I'm not a Microsoft fan. I couldn't care less, to be honest with you. I did have an Xbox 360, but nah, I ain't fuck with that shit. Fuck that. I did play the first Destiny on it because I wanted to play with the homies that was on there, but that shit trash. I ain't fuck with that. I just played the Destiny and the Sims, even though I had the first and second Destiny on the PS4. I didn't like the second one too tough. I don't think I've played that one since 2018. Yeah. Hmm. Xbox best exclusive title is Halo, right? Yep, yep. Y'all both right in Gears of War. Yep, that's true. I actually like Gears of War. I probably would have gotten it if I'd have stuck with Xbox, but I ain't about that life. I don't feel the need to have both consoles. Like an Xbox One and a PS4. I mean, don't get me wrong, I considered it if my gaming channels ever like got huge. I would definitely consider it because I got a Switch and a PS4. But like just to have both, just to have them, no, not really. But I do Gears of War. I think was the first game that I really liked on the Xbox. That was exclusive. Yeah, I'm a PlayStation fan. Yes, they are. Yes, Nintendo is still making consoles. They're coming out with a new Switch. I forgot. I think it's called the Switch Pro. Um, you can check out their YouTube channel and see what that's about. Yeah, PlayStation has a lot of it. God of War is my favorite game of all like of all time. Yeah, the last Nintendo before I had the Switch, because I wasn't getting the Switch. Like fuck that, that shit whack. The last Nintendo game I ever had before the Switch was the Nintendo 64. That was my childhood on that console. That was like my favorite. Like my brothers, they were teenagers. They had like the PS2 or whatever, but the Nintendo 64 was the shit. That and Game Boys was those were my favorite to play on. And that was like maybe 20 years ago, just about close to 20 years. I think the last time I played my Nintendo 64 or our Nintendo 64 or whatever, because my mom um, is a gamer, not much so as she was back in the day, but um, she liked the Nintendo 64 too. I think 2003 or 2004 was the last Nintendo anything I've ever played. Then after that, the the PlayStation Portable in the three. Yep, yep. Wow, that was so many time fly. That was so many years ago. But my favorite games on there was Mario 64. I don't think I've beaten it, but I liked it to play it. Yoshi Story, Mario Kart for the 64, James Bond GoldenEye. That was my mom's favorite game for that. Um, I can't remember all of the games um, on there, but yeah, it was pretty fucking dope. I loved. I thought about getting another Nintendo 64 to be honest with y'all. and somehow learn how to stream from that. But on the Switch, they had some Mario throwback games from 64, which was Mario 64. Had to get that. Mario Sunshine for the GameCube, we had that as well. The GameCube was fun as fuck, actually. And I remember playing Mortal Kombat on there a lot as well. Um, that's definitely underrated and not talked about a lot when it comes to the throwback Nintendo games. GameCube, I can honestly say, was fun. And then they had Mario Galaxy from the Nintendo Wii. That I did not own. I played it like at like cousin's house and stuff, but I didn't own one personally. Or the Wii U. The Switch is actually what the Wii U should have been if you want to get real with it. The Wii U wasn't exactly portable like the Switch is, which I like. I mostly use it for handheld. I really don't play it on the TV. The only time it's in its dock is when I'm trying to use it through OBS to stream, and I still need to figure that out. Um, yeah, but other than that, I usually use it for handheld. The Switch is fun. It's definitely fun. Um, I like it for the Mario games and other games as well. I like Animal Crossing. I like the throwback type Pokemon games. That was another game my mom really loved as well, her Pokemon. Um, hmm, yeah, Sonic. They got the Street Fighter 30th anniversary editions up there. The Switch is pretty cool. I say it's worth it, especially for me since I like the nostalgia. But yes, they are. Nintendo. I don't think Nintendo will stop making consoles for a while. I could give it somewhere between maybe another 10, less than 20. Like between 10 and 20 years, I think they'll stop. But like in the near future, like within the next maybe 5, well, obviously no, because they're coming out with another Switch. So in the next 5 years, they'll still be relevant as far as consoles. Um, but like 10 plus years, between 10 and 20 years from now, I can't honestly, I honestly can't say I could see them making consoles. Just like Sega stopped making consoles, I think Nintendo will and just focus mainly on games. That's just my assumption, though. You never know. Nintendo has been known to somehow stay relevant for some reason. Um, People do appreciate handhelds, but I don't know. Don't know. Don't know how they're gonna be relevant in the console making world 10, 20 years from now. I can't say. Yeah, man, Nintendo 64 is the shit. I wish I still had mine, but throughout the years of moving, like I moved at least, how many times did I move? Moved around quite a not a lot, but enough, you know. Because from 2004 to now, I don't know if that shit would even survive now. We played the hell out of the Nintendo 64. That was just the shit. Seriously. Damn. I'm like I said, I might look on Amazon or eBay and just get one and for nostalgic reasons. Have one in the tuck because I do miss some of the old shit that they don't have for the Switch, which I don't know why. Yeah, it is. And I think it was dope what they did, bringing that back. From the third one. It's been like almost 30 years since Streets of Rage 3, but they do have new content for Streets of Rage 4. I think I have to re-download the app again. But yeah, they do have a DLC for Streets of Rage 4 that I might play with my homie AMR. You still got your 64. I know that's right. You gonna play 4 player versus? Did you? You know, I don't remember that. I don't think so. That's too far back in my memory. I don't know what I would have to do to conjure that up. Mm, I for right now, I can't remember. But yeah, my GoldenEye was the shit. I need to put that on the Switch. Do you think Sony or Nintendo will ever start making video games and consoles? Consoles, yeah, I could see them not making consoles anymore. Because what, unless they could come up with what differentiates a console from the last one, then yeah, I could definitely see them um not making any more. Because that's what it is. You have to, what sells, like what's different between this console and the last one. That's why people would want to buy it, you know? Because if it's just for the games, well, you could play games that would be on the PS5 on the PS4. The only difference is it's just the graphics, really. But people ain't gonna want to spend $400 or $500 plus just for some good graphics. Like what are the features that y'all have that's different from the last console? You know what I mean? So unless they could keep the ideas fresh and flowing, yeah, they're gonna have to start making consoles because people ain't gonna buy them if they don't have anything good about them other than graphics in the game and you know, or if even if it's just more storage, which I do believe they should have added that on the PS5. But yeah, other than that, I really don't see how they're going to continue to make them, and then they ain't going to sell, in my opinion. And I do believe Nintendo probably would stop making consoles long before PlayStation, simply because yeah, they've been able to be relevant so far. A lot of younger people, like children, like Nintendo. There are people like me who grew up on Nintendo and get it for nostalgic reasons, and also because some of the other games it may have that we never played before. But again, even with the Switch Pro, there's not a lot. It's bigger, it might have more space, but it's really nothing else different about it. So they need to get creative or stop making consoles because it'll be a waste of time, in my opinion. So I guess in other words, yes, at some point they probably will stop making consoles. Games, I don't know. There will always be gamers. So games, I'm not really sure, but the consoles themselves, yeah, because they got to figure out how they're going to be able to get them to sell. Seems like the video game console era is getting bleak. Yeah, it is. A lot of this shit probably going to be on PC anyway. PC gaming seems to be winning. Like within the past, I say 5, 10 years, PC gaming really got shit popping, especially using OBS and shit like that. It'll probably be more PC gamers than anything. A PS10. I mean, you know what? I don't doubt no shit like that. I really don't doubt it. I mean, I doubt it to be realistic, like, because again, Sony don't seem to be doing anything really different. See, it's a difference between a PS2 and a PS3. It's a difference between a PS uh portable and a PS Vita. It's a difference between a PS3 and a PS4. Clear cut difference. I don't see what's the difference between a PS4 and a PS5. PS360. Now that's funny. Look at how the Neo Geo, Jaguar, and Dreamcast just faded out. Just said. Yeah, they did. The Dreamcast, the Genesis. Yeah, they faded into irrelevancy. I mean, of course, people like us who grew up with that know and remember what they are, but a lot of people don't. Steam got their own handheld now. See, that I didn't even know. And I know I need to get on Steam, but I also probably need a better, more powerful PC. I probably need to spend like 1,000 or close to 2,000 for some shit. Even Google got their own console, but I don't think they're gonna last long because Google always take away good products. That's because PC never gets exactly. Computers develop way better than consoles do. Computers are they get better with each new computer, each generation than consoles do. Because on a computer, you can play both PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch games. Even if it is through, well, they already got the Xbox integrated with the Microsoft thing, but even if it is through OBS or some other type of way you connect it, it's still all connected to one device, which is the PC, which is always developing, always getting better. So yeah, I could definitely see them all. They stop making consoles and everybody just go to PC from here on out. And the only thing they will probably make is for people that don't like to use the keyboard, because I damn sure don't. I could only see them making like like not consoles, controllers. That's it. Like PC, and I hate to say it because I'm from the console era, but PC is the master race. You can literally play all of them on a PC, a good, high powered PC. But they would be pretty, well, they are pretty expensive. And gaming PCs, like take Dell Alienware, for instance. Even if you buy one for like six, seven, $800 to get other shit for it, it's still gonna cost you over $1,000. And a really good gaming PC is anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000 with everything equipped that you need to not only game, especially for a long time, but also stream. So endurance and all of that is important. So it's gonna have to be high powered. And I'm telling you, gaming it's a very expensive hobby. That shit is not cheap at all. Exactly, yeah. With gaming computer controllers, that's what'll happen. I don't think console's gonna be relevant. With I give it 20 years tops. 10 years from now, I could kind of see maybe, but not in the long run, man. I think 20 years from now, consoles will fade into irrelevancy. And it'll all be just about computers and PC gaming. And because they develop computers to get with the times, they develop them with what's happening in the era now. Even disabled people with no arms or fingers or whatever, or that's blind, could really play games and shit on a PC. Can't really do that with a console too tough, right? Unless they develop special, controllers, which they have and shit like that. But the computer does it all, man. Like, seriously. Won't be cheap to have though. That I do know. It because it's not cheap now for a good gaming PC for hardcore gamers and streamers. An older PC take longer to be obsolete. A PC with 32 RAM and a great graphics card will run you possibly 20 years versus a console. Yeah, man. My console raggedy, and I only had it for this past June. Uh, this past June made 7 years. It's already raggedy. Yeah, it might it might make me a good 10 years. I would say. Man, I'll be surprised if it ran for longer, but yeah, consoles they're not like I get it. They make them in this era too, but they just don't make them to last. You know what I mean? Like as far as the features, they try to think of future. Try to make it like with futuristic features, but again, I don't see it. I don't see what sets them up, what sets the new consoles apart from the last gen. I really don't. Yeah, again, computers they make them to where they last long. Computers have a lot more relevancy. They're extremely relatable, reliable. Absolutely expensive as fuck. Like I said, I mean, if I had the money, well, first of all, I wouldn't know. Well, no, I probably would because I don't know when I'll stop being a gamer. Maybe if I like I had a job where I'm just constantly working and I really don't have the time and I'm married with kids. Once that happens, like you starting a family, you don't really have time to really do things like that. You have to struggle to make time for yourself. So I guess maybe at that point I would stop being a gamer because I don't have the time really like that. And it would be pointless for me to play them. I might as well just buy them, for my kids, which basically I probably would end up doing anyway. But you know what I mean? Um, hmm, I really don't know. Cause I game on both my computer. I like some computer games. I game on my two consoles and my cell phone. Basically, any electronic device I'll probably game on, even if I don't keep the application for long. So yeah, I don't know when that shit would ever change. But for right now, I'm a gamer for life. But as far as like PC gaming, I don't know. I mean, I guess if it's your hobby, right? I guess if it's worth it and you have the money to spend for a $2,000 PC, right? It's what you want. You got your homies. You game for some hours. It's a plus if you stream. You know. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, man. RIP councils. I'll give it a good 20 years, and then we'll all be like in our 40s or 50s, telling our kids or grandkids about the era of the councils. Now that'll be some funny shit. Kind of sad too. 'Cause councils are great if they could make them great. I also think they need to listen to the voice of the consumers when it comes to councils as well. What gamers want in a council, but yeah, man, gaming consoles. I could picture them being in museums, like 50 or 100 years from now. Picture them in museums and shit. The very beginning of gaming. Oh my god. But it's been fun. That was actually fun to talk to you guys. Any more questions? Cause I'm about to get off this. Yeah, I'm gonna take my like when I'm like 50 or so, if I even have kids and or grandkids, like take them to a museum and like so this is what we used to game on, children. This is what was popping. The PS4 was very popular. Play online with friends and stream to social media and you know voice chat each other, watch each other play games. And then they'll probably be into some whole other new futuristic tech by then with gaming. That's not ever going to go away. But the form in which we do it in might change. I believe it probably will. Not a might, it will, because technology is always changing. So, and that's what's crazy. And my homie pointed this out the other day. Like people in like the '90s, we literally grew up with the internet. Like we saw the beginning of the internet, the beginning stages of the internet, all the way up until now. Like we didn't have like before iPods, we had Walkmans and portable CD players and shit. Niggas brought CDs. Then it went to the smartphones, iPhone and Android, and you could listen to music on these smartphones. No more buttons. You could just touch. It's just a screen. Before it was buttons, in a like a flip phone. You know, and you before when the first cell phones, you couldn't even take pictures on them shits. Then you know what I'm saying? Like we literally saw or grew up with the progression of a lot of things that's seen today in technology. I need to get a VR. Speaking of which, as the PlayStation 1 console with the games becoming rarefied, I forgot the word. That I don't know. I gotta look on eBay and Amazon and shit and see who's selling it and for how much. You could find them. They just not in your typical stores like Walmart or Target or Best Buy or some shit. That's for online search. Where exactly outside of the two that I had named previously, I don't know. Right, CDs, tapes, VHS. Now we don't need VHS or CDs. We just stream from an app. Like we literally grew up with technology and with the progression of technology. That shit is lit. Our kids and grandkids probably already they they they'll see technology progress because it's always going to progress, but what they see is going to be something that's probably perfected by the time they get older. You know what I mean? Like it's just going to be wild. It will probably be like our parents and grandparents don't know how to work a cell phone in 2052. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be wild and crazy for sure. Like it's gonna be some wild and crazy shit. It's gonna be some wild and crazy shit by then. But yeah, yeah, Bismarck he passed away. R.I.P. He passed away from diabetes complications. Yeah, that ain't no joke. You really have to take care of that. Lose weight, diet, and exercise. That ain't no joke. It is no fun being diabetic. And anybody will tell you that. That's very serious. Yeah, they had Tommy K and yeah, man, them re-rent uh VHS from stores. That shit. Oh, I remember that. I was young, a kid, but I remember them shits. Mm, yep, it went from VHS to DVD to now people just stream, buy movies and just stream that shit on these apps. Some have, some haven't. That's how I actually got my Switch because that was the hardest console to find last year during the um early months of the pandemic. I actually got it last July from GameStop. But they don't have that many if you're still looking for them. Like they sell out like crazy. But no, GameStop was open. Well, I only went to GameStop last year. I don't order really anything from like offline from GameStop. I actually physically just go in the store. But I don't know if any GameStops in your area is closed down. Mine's was in my area, and a little farther out, they were still open, but they did not have certain things like the Switch like that. But I was lucky to get one that did have it. They need to close. Why? GameStop it's all right. I don't get a lot of things from there. I only got the Switch from there because I couldn't find it at Walmart or Target or anywhere else last year. And online, they wanted like $700 when the Switch originally is just $300 and some change. 300 plus tax. Maybe four if you get a bundle. Like that shit, they was charging wild prices on like Walmart, Amazon, and eBay for a Switch. $700. Even with a bundle, that's expensive for a $300 console. I'm good. I am good, folks. So I ended up getting one for my birthday for a gift to myself. I didn't buy any consoles. Like I didn't really do anything like that this year for my birthday. Uh, well, I did get Bath and Body Works shit for myself. I love Bath and Body Works. I had to reorder because I had missed the item, but it came yesterday. But I think I placed that order 2 days before. I think tomorrow morning I'm gonna get me a Starbucks pink drink. That shit is so good. It's lacking a lot where I'm at. Yeah, man. I mean, it could be. I don't know, cause I forgot what that's called. This is fine. I forgot what that's called. Yeah, they better stop making them shits. How many years did it? Like in the early 2000s, they stopped making PS1s. I know back like a year after PS4s dropped, or damn near a year, they stopped making PS3s. I think in like 2014. So they ain't no PS3s, PS2s, and PS1s, and PlayStation Portable are no longer in production. I don't think the PS Vita in production. They really didn't do much with that. That was a disappointment. That's no. I don't think that's no longer in production either. That shit done died out. Had potential though. Had potential. But Sony really messed that up. It really could have been something. It could have been just as popular as the Switch. But it is what it is. Oh man. Yeah. Let's see what y'all talking about. No, vintage is okay still, but trading sucks heavily. Yeah. Mm. I mean, there's a lot going on, you know, because I know gaming was something a lot of people were doing during the pandemic. I was one of them. Um, Maybe not this year, but you can definitely, like last year, last April and May and all that, you can definitely tell. Um, for me, though, personally, 2020 was a very messed up year for a lot of reasons. This year was a little better, I guess. But I look forward to the future and hopefully this pandemic will go the fuck away. I'm so tired of it. And I'm an introvert. Like I'm not like sociable like that, but I'd like to be sociable when I want to be. You know, I'd like to have the choice of going out and whatnot. Can't even do that. Can't even do it. I do know that you know, like the gym. That's not an option. I do have to go. Um, that's just what it is. You can buy a $60 game and trade and it becomes $25. Yeah, man. Like the trade, I used to do that back when I had my first got my PS4 and I had my old PS3 games and shit, or even some PS4 games. I traded it in. This was ass, and I mean ass, like ass. Know what I'm talking about? Ass. That money was not worth it. Like I mean, I guess if you're not using them anymore, like for your old consoles or something like that, or you don't have the console to play the game on anymore, yeah, but like it definitely wasn't worth it. You definitely wasn't getting a lot of money, or what you think you were getting. I don't know what's taking me so long to get the recent Call of Duty. That's kind of odd. I know what I didn't get the one in 2019. I forgot what the fuck that was called. Was it Warzone? That's true. I've been thinking about doing that for us. So that's true. That's true. I was like physically going in the store to get rid of the them games, but that was back when I had got discs. I don't get disc anymore. Everything is digital. But yeah, I didn't get the one that dropped in 2019. I got the one that dropped in 2018. That was Black Ops 4. I got the one before that. Was it World War II or some shit? I didn't really like that one, to be honest. I didn't get the one that dropped in 2016. That shit was weird. But I got the other one that dropped in 2016. I got the one that dropped in 2014. I liked that one a lot. The zombies. It's on my channel, but that's way far back. I didn't like Ghost. That shit was ass. So yeah, I gotta get the recent car. I gotta cop that. Life of a gamer. It's not easy. How ironic that business that usually offer very low pay rates are now offering higher rates and benefits to get people to come back to work. I guess they were purposely not offering great pay rates. Right. I don't know why couldn't they do that before the pandemic? I think they do that now because they know people scared to go back to work, and I don't blame them. You know, we really living in uncertain times. Don't nobody want to catch that shit. And if y'all not paying motherfuckers enough to actually be there, then what's the point of being there? Like why risk my life and other people's lives for bullshit pay? And like it was just awful. So many people died. Yeah, that was just it was just awful. It's still awful. And then the new Delta version of COVID is over here. I mean, it's just a mess. Literally, and I think they should be paying higher than what they are now. Especially jobs that require that require you to leave your home. Like stay at home jobs is cool. I actually been trying to get me one of them. But like the jobs that require you to like be in the the workplace, like Walgreens, the gyms, Amazon, the retail jobs, the hospital, like they definitely should be dishing out way more fucking money. And a lot of people want another stimulus check, which I don't blame them. I mean, why not? We're still uncertain. Jobs are still closed down, and it's really online stores that are making the most money, from what I understand. Um, or if that store has is selling things online instead of in stores. like how they used to do before the pandemic. But I just don't know. It's just really uncertain right now. They say the economy is getting back stable. That I kind of don't believe. Are people around America really not seeking employment lately? Well, again, I think they are scared of going out. I'm one of them. I don't like to be out, but I mean, I do it because I got to do what I got to do, of course. But a lot of people are scared to be out. They don't want the vaccine, and I don't blame them. I'm not getting the vaccine, at least not right now or no time soon. I think it's too soon for a vaccine. Um, but yeah, a lot make more money not working if you work for under 13 an hour. Yeah, I think minimum wage across America should be somewhere between about maybe 16 to $20 an hour. I believe that's what it should be. Yes, that's what I believe. Yep, they are. So I don't know. Yep. If you've proven that you got the shot. Also, we not taking shit from corporate. We done being slaves. Yeah, man. Like I said, why be a slave for cheap pay in a fucking pandemic? That ain't worth it. I think all across America should be like 17 an hour or some shit like that. Close to 20 at this point. I know I would not work for 13 an hour. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people do to do what they got to do. They have children to feed. I completely and totally understand that. I'm not acting like I'm above it as if I've never done that before, but also, if I had a choice, I wouldn't do it. AMR was good, was good, was good. You like the new DLC, The Streets of Rage? I gotta re-download it. I gotta download a lot of games again. That Smite, yeah, gotta get around to it. Once they raise the minimum wage rate, they will definitely raise the home rental. Yeah, they will, which is some bullshit. They really make it hard, especially in the East Coast. They really make it hard for people to live. The living cost is just ridiculous, especially in my state that I live in. It's ridiculous. It's just like really. That's why I understand why a lot of people strive to, work to make $20 an hour or more and go back to school to get better jobs because this shit is insane. If they make living way more affordable, it wouldn't be an issue. But apartments in Jersey are still 1,200, $1,200, $12 an hour. Can't make a living. That's how it is. And where I'm at, they want over $1,000 or close. My bad, y'all. I just kicked myself out. But yeah, they want $1,000 or close to for a studio apartment with nothing included. I'm like, well, 12, 13 an hour can't cover that. That's just impossible. What about light, gas, if you have to pay that separate, and other shit? So I definitely don't, especially in this time, I definitely don't knock people getting a roommate or moving back home. It's awful. And I was playing earlier, so I went over. Oh, cool. Man, you need to record it. I want to see it. Did they? I know. Didn't they add on at least one new character? Yeah, that's the word. Cost of living. Yeah. Yeah, I accidentally pressed back. Ah, but for real, like it's just it's ridiculous, man. Like me myself, I am planning on going back to school online. I can't continue to like I don't know. I just don't want to be struggling all my life. Like I people in their 20s, you really can't expect them to have much money. They're working sometimes more than one job, going to college. You know, it's tough living on your own if you live in a state where the cost of living is just ridiculous. So I definitely ain't trying to do all this bullshit in my 30s. I can't do it. It's bullshit. Three of them. Who are they? I know. I think Estelle was one of them. That cop, that buff cop chick. Forgot the others. And then your family get at you about it, and it's like, fam, not everyone can do every job. So you don't even get me started on that. Like, I know what you're talking about. My mom isn't, like that with me, but like other people in your family, they could be like that. Like me personally, I don't like living with, other people, especially as I'm getting older. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting older, living with other people, it's just not cool. Even a roommate, like even if family like move in with you, family don't believe they should be like going half on the bills, right? That sucks. And then a roommate is no better because they're probably used to living with someone and not being responsible enough. It's a whole bunch of other shit. So, me personally, I'd rather live. I like being alone anyway. I really do like being alone, like living alone. And yeah, just I like being. I've been alone really my whole life. Like even having like having not kids. Who I ain't trying to have none now, but like even having friends, like yeah, I go over their house or whatever is cool. But I really like being alone. Like I'm always by myself, and I like it that way. I would only want to live with someone if like I'm married and we have kids. That's it. Like I'm not trying to be shacked up. Nah, it's still she was. Oh yeah, Max the wrestler. But yeah, I like Shiva. Wait, the new the one for Streets of Rage, because yeah, he's in the throwback version of Shiva is in was available to use before the update. I like that name, Shiva. Did any of y'all ever get a chance to watch Record of Ragnarok? They can dip anytime and leave you with the bills, mess up your man. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. That's why it's just better to be alone. If you could, way better to be alone. I'd rather struggle with bills and shit by myself than live with other people. That's how bad it is with me. The new Shiva. Okay, yeah. I'm planning on getting a roommate just to save money afterwards. But yeah, I'm definitely not picking just anybody. Man, I plan on leaving my. I don't plan on living in a state my whole life. I do plan on leaving. I feel like there's nothing here for me anyway. I'm tired of living in this state. It's just ridiculous. Um, yeah. But no, once I move out, like the state, like hopefully, yeah, I'm not looking for a roommate. Especially, yeah, I'm just not doing that. You know, like I said, I'd rather struggle with bills living alone than living with someone, especially one that I'm not like married to or whatever. The Streets of Rage remake V 5.1 by Bummer Games on the PC is better than this. Yeah, I kind of have to be here for now, but I may leave myself soon. I understand, hon. I know how it be. These situations, I know. And I would never own a house in the East Coast neither. I'd rather own a house in the South somewhere, to be honest. Because I do want to own a house one day. I would like it to be, but buy or have a lake in the backyard. Because I'm a water sign. I like water. I like to be near water. I love to be in water. um, and I also want a Zen garden with a koi fish pond. Can't do that living in an apartment building. So I definitely want to own my own home one day. And if I don't have kids, I guess I would leave it to one of my nieces or nephews. I thought about having kids, then not having kids, then adopting, then not adopting. Really not sure. Really not sure. Don't know what the future holds, but it is what it is. I never heard of that one. Okay, cool. What would it take for you to have at least one child? Being more financially stable. I feel like right now I'm not financially stable to deal with one kid, and I don't want to raise my kid messed up. You know what I mean? Not being able to like single motherhood is that's definitely not what I want, and I definitely don't want to be married to a man who's not a man. Basically, like mentally not a man. So yeah, more financially stable than what I am now. Married first as well. I'm not having children out of wedlock. Like I said, that single mother thing, it's not for me. I don't look down on single moms, but I just don't want to be one of them. It is not an easy thing to do at all. And he himself has to be financially stable. He most certainly cannot be no dusty. He has to believe in providing for and taking care of his family to the best of his abilities. Um, you know, Plus I would like to have it to where we don't have to look for a babysitter, that I could at least be home and work from home for a while until they are old enough to be in school. But then again, I've also thought about homeschooling. Um, so I don't know how that's going to roll out. I don't know how that's going to do. But I guess just to like have a kid, marriage first, being more financially stable, he himself being financially stable and actually wanting the same thing that I want. And yeah, us being able to make time and money to raise the kid. No bomb dusties and little that. No, no, sir. No, sir. I don't want nor need STDs and yeast infections. I'm good. No dusties. But I also, before I even have kids, like I want to travel first as well. Actually, that's one of my dreams to like travel with like my fiance or whatever before we even have kids. No deadbeats. Absolutely not. Nah. No, 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 no. No. And preferably one that's not on child support either. I'm good on that as well. No baby mama drama bullshit. So yeah, those are just some of the things. Not all of them, but just some of them for me to have a kid first. It is definitely no rush. I have the mentality now that it is what it is. I probably, if I ever do have kids, whether adopt or have them biologically, I would probably be in my 30s by the time that happens. And that's okay. Um, as long as I'm healthy and they're to have them and they're healthy, I'm good. As long as I can give both the biological and adopted kids I may have a healthy, happy family, I'm good. And at least accomplish, if not all, majority or at least 50% of the things that I wanted to do before I have them. Then I'll be all right. You know, I'll say the cutoff age is maybe about 36. If I don't have any by then and I don't feel like adopting, then it just is what it is. But you never know. You never know. Yeah, absolutely. Trust him. Yeah, mentally and emotionally. I mean, what I'm learning now in a spiritual sense is that attachments are bad, and of course, I would want to have a connection with him. But see, I've been attached to guys before, and it didn't really work out well, and it really did emotionally mess me up a little bit. So I definitely have to be more diligent, or anybody would have to be more diligent in choosing partners, especially for lifelong reasons. Um, yeah. So yeah, you know, I've actually been like cool on the whole dating thing because I don't know, I've had no luck with it, and online dating is a fucking headache. I don't do long distance relationships. Um, and that's just what it is. So right now I'm just chilling. So I really can't say what the future holds. You know, a lot of men who are working hard to have his wife stay at home usually be gone and barely at home. That usually makes relationships go sour. For some people, yeah. Um, I wouldn't mind being a stay at home wife, but the thing is, say if we do get a divorce, I don't want to be one of those stay at home wives that don't have any money, don't know how to manage money, don't know how to survive without having a man take care of me because those situations happen. A lot of women, they get married, they think they got it good because they ain't got to work. But then if they get divorced and your husband doesn't have the means to take care of you after marriage, say like alimony and shit or whatever, and then you're shit out of luck. You don't know how to take care of yourself because someone else did it. You know, um, or even when y'all married, and say he get hurt on his job, or God forbid, a car accident or whatever, and he can no longer work or give you the lifestyle you're used to. Then what are you gonna do? You're gonna leave him? That'd be pretty messed up. You know, that'd be messed up. So you would have to pick up, the pieces. You would have to pick up the what, what am I looking for? Pick up where he left off, and start being a provider to your family. You got to take care of your husband because being married is for sickness and in health. You got to be married and take care of each other in some shape, form, or fashion. It's not just him take care of you financially, but then when he can no longer do that, you up and leave. No, you're responsible for each other. So, and yeah, we know marriage started off as a business contract because that's what it is, a contract overall. Um, and people should definitely worry about who's going to benefit and who's not going to benefit in the possible situations that could happen. But yeah, I mean, you are indeed responsible for each other. This pandemic with people not working at home, couples up in the house frustrated is causing a lot of domestic violence. Yeah, people are, not working. Men feel like they're not, uh, well, the man, he's not working, and he probably is feeling very bad because of that. He probably wants to work again and provide for his family. You know, I mean, it should never be an egotistical thing. I think both men and women need to have their egos in check because your ego it could destroy you very much. Um, but that's men, real men, they probably feel like, damn, I can't provide for my family. I feel bad. I feel like shit. I don't like what's going on. I need to give my family stability. They need stability. My kids need to be stable. My wife needs to be stable and respect me, you know? And I'm not saying that's an excuse to beat the hell out of each other, but that's probably what he's feeling. Like, damn, I want to provide, but right now, because of the pandemic and the type of job I had, I probably can't. Or it may not be as much. And the wife is probably feeling bad because maybe she feel like she can't support him emotionally in the way that she needs to. Um, Probably losing respect for him because he's not no longer the provider. So yeah, a lot of tension, lot of tension. Um, but that's still no reason to harm one another and create a even worse environment for your kids. So yeah, unless they're making money from home, both of them. But because, and see, that's another thing. And I say this as a sign that's known to be possessive and clingy. But y'all can't be around each other all the time like that. It gets boring. Y'all both were individuals before y'all became a couple, and or whether y'all married or not. So y'all need space. You need your own time, you know? Being around somebody 24/7, especially when y'all used to at least not seeing each other for most of the day sometime, or whatever, it can be frustrating. Because even if y'all making money, y'all can't can't uh go out and try to spice up y'all relationship, especially if y'all got kids. They in the house 24/7, and sometimes that could be frustrating because how y'all supposed to spice up your. I mean, I'm quite sure they probably doing it while their kids is asleep or something, like like most couples. But like, you know what I mean? Like you ain't got no babysitter to watch them for a couple of days while y'all try to put the spark and romance in your relationship. I don't know, man. It could be a number of reasons. I'm just naming off the top of my head what some of them could be. Okay. See, I know you were a good, reasonable woman that understands. Like, yeah, man. Like, yes, I do firmly believe a man should create an environment so that his family could thrive, but the woman also needs to help. And it may not always be financial, it could be in other ways, you know? Because again, once we're married or whatever, we are responsible for each other. We both are responsible for making our marriage work. It's not just all on the guy. Pressure the woman and kids looking at him, right? Up all night thinking about what to do next, not getting enough sleep, still need to focus on getting work, all sorts of mental pressure. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Or was saying. It's probably a lot on him, you know? And I guess she may not be trying to be emotionally and mentally supportive. Yeah, it's good to always give your partner room, give each other room to miss each other. Right, to find some, right, to miss each other, to find what's going to add spark to y'all romance. You know, think about it. Say with anyone, whether it's your mom, best friend, or god brother or sister, no matter how close y'all are, you need space from each other, or else you're gonna go crazy. And I don't mean like violently crazy, because it don't gotta be violent or nothing like that. But you are gonna go crazy. People need space, mental space, and like mental, physical, emotional space. Period. So being up in the house all day long around the same people, that's, I mean, you know, and you can imagine what single moms are going through. And I get it. Your kids should be the main ones always around you, which is true. You rarely get time to yourself when you become a parent. But single moms probably have it worse because, they don't have any help, which is messed up. But, facts. That seems to kill a lot of YouTube couples. Man, don't even get me started on YouTube couples. You know what kills YouTube couples? People knowing they damn business and be so quick to run to YouTube when something is wrong, or if they even had a falling out or breakup. Like, some shit just don't need to be on YouTube. Keep it off. Even if it don't bother you to talk about whatever y'all went through, still, just not everybody don't need to know your situation. Like, YouTube, man, social media has been used to just for people to expose themselves, and not in a good way. Because right, even now talking, right? I mean, you're gonna be exposed when you put yourself in the public eye, but like it's just shit that that don't go on when the camera is on. Behind the scenes and shit, or when the camera ain't rolling. Like, keep it that way. Don't bring that shit to YouTube, whether y'all broke up or not. Just keep it off. Like, that goes for any other social media. Like, it just some things just don't need to be talked about, whether it bothers you or not. And if it does bother you, keep it personal. Go to a psychiatrist or something. Like, go to therapy or talk to your partner about it, or you and your ex get closure and work it out so y'all can have peace between each other. Don't bring that shit to YouTube. That is the last thing you should do. But don't bring it to social media, period. When I was in my teens and shit, and this guy I was dating, yeah, we fought over Twitter like way, way back in the days. This was like 2012 or some shit. And yeah, it's just not good. You don't want people in your business. Like, I wouldn't even want my friends to know unless I feel like telling them. And me being the sign that I am, we don't like intrusive motherfuckers anyway. We're very reserved, quiet people. And we don't like intrusive people. I don't like for everyone to know my business. And it's not so much as hiding or being afraid to be judged. It's just I just don't like everyone to know my business. That's just what it is. And it's not me opposing anything that I believe or anyone else, but if you pay attention to what be messing up these YouTube couples, it be YouTube. It's social media. One second, people. I'm back. Yeah, just a minute. Can't get a baby. Versus the street. Man, like I said, I would never want to be a single mom ever. That's just, and like, I used to have a different perspective on it, but that's because I was influenced by trying to get approval from black men, which I know a lot of other black women, especially those who don't have kids, try to do. And in some cases, I do hold single mothers accountable. But like, I really do feel for them. Like, damn, they can't get a baby. You can't even trust your own family members to babysit your children. And hey, fourth person that just joined. But like, you can't even get. I mean, you can't even trust people that you know to watch your kids. You know, you gotta find work. Can't receive any help from the child's father. It's awful. By the way, I'm on my phone, laying on my bed, so that's what you hear when I move around. I'm on my bed. I'm real lazy. Hi, fifth person that just joined. Don't be shy. I won't bite. Y'all could type in the chat. You want the link, Aaron? Damn, I've been talking for almost 2 freaking hours. I mean, I'm not tired. Like, I could be up, talking. But my phone, which is what I'm streaming on, is at a low percentage. Okay. Because I don't want you to get on and then you have to hurry up and get off because I gotta get off here and charge it. Um, I could get on my computer, but that too would require me to get on. You know what? Yeah, I will let y'all know. Yeah, it's been an hour and 45 minutes, which I really can't believe. I normally don't talk this damn long. People probably could tell that by now. Like my live streams of me just talking don't really be no more than an hour. Over an hour, I usually have a panel. I don't like talking that long. Sometimes, probably most of the time. People that know me in real life know I'm a quiet person. I really don't um, talk like that. Um, mm, all right. Okay. So we have maybe one or two options, right? One, I can get off and might have to wait a while. Well, not a while, like a few minutes to get my computer on and rolling, and then hop on the panel and we could chop it up. Or we could talk through PlayStation chat and just stream it through that way. Because I think you're the only one that wants to hop on the panel, which I don't mind, I appreciate. But if it's just you that's going to be talking, then I won't do a StreamYards panel. We could just talk through the PlayStation chat while I stream and have a conversation that way. Well, which one do you prefer, AMR? Cause this Saturday, I ain't got shit to do. Like nothing to where I gotta get up early in the morning for anyway. So I could talk for maybe about another what is this? 3. I said to about maybe about another hour I got in me before I decided to just relax. Oh, so you wanna hop on too fast. Okay, so that means I'll end this. Yeah. Okay. Aaron wants PlayStation chat. False, you want to do PlayStation chat? You can even do PlayStation chat on your phone if you have the app. I realized that the other day talking to Nero and his bro. So just let me know if you want to do PlayStation chat. Then I'll end this and send y'all invites. We don't all have to be playing the same game or whatever. Just just be in the chat. In your city, states how to get around with a vehicle and using public transportation. I know it's hard to find a decent job with no car. Man, no car. So it depends. If you live in the cities, if you live in the cities, then you can get around pretty easily with the buses and trains, even though they stop running after a while. Like, and of course, like late at night. And the cabs, like Lyft and Uber, they're not really that expensive either, depending on how far you want to go. They're pretty useful. But in some areas that are not big like the city parts, yes, it's hard to get around with no car. Public transportation sucks. And it can even suck, like depending on the weather. And I know the pandemic messed everything up, so it probably sucks right about now. But usually it's pretty reliable. I can honestly say. But damn sure try to do your best to get that bread up to get a car. So yeah, well, Faust, you want to do PlayStation chat? I know Aaron does. As soon as I get a response from Faust, I'm gonna end this, and then I'm gonna start. It's gonna take me 10 minutes. Get my PS4 turned on, get everybody in the chat, and then go live, and then we'll be back again to talk. So Faust, we just waiting on you if you're still in here. Okay, so PlayStation Chat it is. All right, so I'm gonna end this, and I'll say around 4:30. Well, I'll stream it till about 4:30, and then I'm gonna get off. Cause even though I ain't gotta get up early, I know eventually I'm gonna crash. So all right, it was a pleasure. Almost chatting with you guys for almost 2 hours this way, but we're gonna go another hour on the PlayStation. So I'm gonna send y'all an invite. So please make yourselves visible online. All right, so I can invite you guys. Shout out to the 4 people that was listening in. I know it was a couple of lurkers. Appreciate y'all too. Um, and we'll catch you guys in the next stream. It'll be in a few minutes. But if I don't see you guys back, y'all have a good night, uh, um, and I hope to enjoy your company again.